Herbs can change your dog's life, and most people don't even know how to use them. So in this video, we will share the most important ones backed by science and show you exactly how to use them safely. Hi guys, I'm Sam, I'm a dog and cat nutritionist, and today we are going to cover the best herbs for dogs, how to give them, dosages, and everything you need to know to supercharge your dog's health. The first one is a tremendous anti-inflammatory, and that is turmeric. Now, curcumin is a very strong antioxidant and has anti-inflammatory effects. What benefits might you get from giving your dog turmeric on a regular basis? You actually might be able to help your dog with that wear and tear, improve joint health, and support liver detoxification. Now, turmeric for you and me, as well as our pets, is an anti-inflammatory, and that's how it should be treated. And the two research papers that I have covering the subject of turmeric can be found here and here. Now, important disclaimer, feeding your dog a species appropriate diet should be 99% of your focus. So if your dog is dry fed or kibble fed, maybe adding some fresh foods will have a much bigger effect on their health than any supplement. Let's carry on. The second one is milk thistle, and this is going to be extremely important, especially if your dog is exposed to chemicals all the time. Whenever your dog gets exposed to a lot of chemicals, those chemicals are broken down in the liver, and so milk thistle may support liver protection, especially during or after exposure to drugs or toxins. The research papers are this one and this one. The third one is one that smells incredible, and that's rosemary. And this, once again, is a phenomenal antioxidant, is an antimicrobial, and may offer cognitive protection. If nothing else, a lot of these herbs will provide with a lot of antioxidants, which are the polyphenols within them, and those are extremely important in our dog's health. They are the so-called prebiotics that are much better than any probiotics. So if you're spending money on probiotics, maybe adding some herbs will actually give you the same effects for a lot less money. The two papers we have selected for this herb can be found here. Now, if you're getting into herbs and what can you add to your dog's diet, you might be interested in a free guide on how to feed your dog better. And the guide can be accessed by clicking on the link below. How to feed your dog better, completely free. The fourth one is oregano. So if you are into your Italian herbs and spices, this will resonate with you. And the benefits, once again, are antioxidant, antimicrobial, and may help boost your dog's immune system. The fifth one is green tea. And green tea is arguably one of the biggest antioxidants that there is in nature. Now, we want to get a green tea that's actually decaf for our pets, and we want to go for a green tea that will be organic. Now, there's a lot of talk about it being anti-cancer, offering cardiovascular support, and it being neuroprotective. However, the literature isn't quite as robust as you may think. But nevertheless, you can find these two studies, especially one from the FDA, on the safety of green tea extract in pet foods. So maybe your dog is already getting green tea from their food if the company you're using is already putting the extract within the dog food. I don't know. The sixth one is ginger, and this is quite interesting if your dog has any gut issues. We are talking about digestive support, anti-inflammatory, and it may improve circulation. The two research papers we have found for this herb can be found here, especially some veterinary clinical trials on ginger's effect on canine digestion and nausea. The seventh one is parsley, and this is by far my favorite herb whenever I'm cooking myself. This is a breath freshener. It may offer some urinary tract support and can be anti-inflammatory, once again due to those polyphenols, those prebiotics. The papers to support this herb can be found here. Let's talk about basil. This can be a stress relief, an antioxidant, and it may support immune function. The two studies that we have found to support this particular herb can be found here. Number 9 is cilantro, and this is an anti-anxiety and antioxidant. Number 10 is dandelion leaf, and this can be a little bit of a diuretic if done properly. It may offer liver and kidney support, and it's rich in vitamins A, C, and K, which are extremely important in your dog's diet, obviously. The two studies we have found to support dandelion can be found here, and they seem to be quite promising. Now, a quick word on how to give them to your dog. In most cases, crunching them up and trying to break them down before you give them to your dog is going to be the best course of action. If you remember from previous videos, you will know already that when me and you eat any starch whatsoever or anything that isn't meat, we can break it down in the mouth because we have an enzyme called amylase. We eat rice or bread or fruit or whatever, we can start breaking it down in the mouth. Dogs do not have this enzyme. So if you are going to do a lot of these herbs and you are going to be preparing a lot of these herbs, I suggest you crush them with a pestle and mortar, or simply just crush them with whatever you have and then you mix it in with your dog's food. If we are talking about dosages, a very good rule of thumb may be a 0.5% of your dog's overall daily allowance of food. So if your dog is getting, say, 100 grams, we are talking about 0.5 grams of curcumin or parsley or whatever. So these are absolutely tiny amounts to add to our dog's diet. These would be the icing on the cake, as it were, and not the actual cake. For the actual cake, you should be feeding your dog properly. You should be feeding your dog a species appropriate diet. You should be feeding your dog as much fresh food as you possibly can, whether that's 7 days a week, 1 day a week, or 1 meal a week. Adding some fresh foods will be by far much more important than giving your dog any of these herbs. Herbs can be superfoods for your dog, and they can do absolute wonders. But if you are really curious about what the best dog food is and whether fresh food may be better than dry, I highly encourage you to watch this video next.